Hi, I'm Mary Morris, a local real estate agent here in Mission Viejo since 2005. This channel is all about helping homeowners stay informed on our local market, from new developments to how changes impact the home value, lifestyles, and long-term investment. If you own a home here or are thinking about selling, this is exactly the information you need. If you're new, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell for updates that affect your home and equity. Imagine waking up, stepping out into your perfect manicured lawn, and instead of seeing that familiar serene Mission Viejo skyline, you're greeted by towering 6-foot apartment complex. For decades, Mission Viejo has been synonymous with a certain kind of Southern California dream. Spacious homes, tree-lined streets, and a distinct lack of high-rise buildings. But that dream for some is getting a whole lot taller. As proposed, this 6-story apartment complex is stirring up a storm in our quiet community. And it's not just the new building that's going up, it's what this building represents and how it could fundamentally alter the very fabric of what Mission Viejo is that we know right now. This isn't just another development. This is a potential game changer. The question on everyone's mind is, what does the 6-story building, an unprecedented structure in our town, truly mean for the homeowners who are invested their lives here? We're talking about everything from property values and traffic congestion to the very character of the neighborhoods. Will this new development bring much needed housing, or will it simply create more problems than it solves? And how would we even get to this point? How did we get here? And where is this project in the scheme of planning? In this video, we're going to dive deep into the story of this proposed 6-story apartment complex. We'll explore the details of the project, the reasons behind the proposal, and most importantly, the potential ripple effects it could have on every single homeowner here in Mission Viejo. So if you live in Mission Viejo, or you're just interested in how urban development impacts suburban communities, stick around. Because the story of this 6-story building isn't just concrete and steel. It's all about the future of our homes, our neighborhoods, and our unique lifestyles we cherish. And trust me, you're going to want to hear what's coming next. All right, let's get right to the nitty-gritty. What exactly is this proposed 6-story apartment complex? We're not talking about a quaint little 3-story building. This is a significant structure, and its scale has something that Mission Viejo hasn't seen before. The proposal outlines a multi-unit residential building, meaning it's going to house a lot of people. Think of hundreds of new residents. It's slated for the current Vista del Lago apartment complex off Marguerite Parkway and Santa Margarita Parkway. Plans include demolishing 68 units and replacing them with 418 units for a total of 958 units in this 33-acre parcel. The developers argue this project is critical towards addressing the housing shortage in Southern California. Let's say it offers a solution for younger generations, essential workers, and those looking for more affordable living options close to the job centers. And on paper, that sounds great and reasonable, right? More housing, more options. But here's where it gets interesting for Mission Viejo. Our city has historically been characterized by single-family homes, open spaces, and lower density suburban feel. This project represents a significant departure from that established pattern. It's not just about the number of stories, it's about the shift in the architectural style, the population density, and the overall aesthetic of the community that many chose specifically for its suburban charm. So why is this happening now? Well, several factors are at play. First, there's a statewide push for more housing, driven by legislation like SB 79, which legalizes mid-rise apartment buildings near the transit hubs. These laws often encourage cities to improve higher density developments, especially near the transit corridors and commercial areas, to help alleviate housing crisis. Second, land in Orange County is incredibly valuable and scarce, and we know that. When developers look at a piece of land, we're trying to maximize its potential. A 6-story building allows for a much higher return on investment compared to, let's say, a 2-story office building or a small retail center. It's simply more profitable to build up and find finally, there's a growing demand for different types of housing, like people who might not want a large single-family home, but still want to live in our desirable Mission Viejo. So while the developers and some city planners see this as necessary evolution, many residents see it as a fundamental change to our very fabric of the community. And that's where the real debate begins. What are the actual impacts going to be? And how do we weigh the necessary need for housing against the preservation of the community's unique character? Let's dive into some of those potential impacts, starting with something that affects everyone. It's property values. This is perhaps the most debated aspect. On one hand, some argue that increased density and new modern units can revitalize the area, potentially boosting nearby property values. More people mean more demand on local businesses, which can also be positive. However, many homeowners worry about the opposite effect. They fear that the large apartment complex could introduce more traffic, strain on local resources, and fundamentally alter the quiet suburban feel that attracted them to Mission Viejo in the first place, potentially leading to a decrease in the property value. Beyond property values, there are other significant concerns. Think about traffic. Mission Viejo has already had its share of rush hour woes. Adding potentially hundreds of new residents means more cars on the road, more congestion, and longer commute times. Then there's the strain of the infrastructure, the schools, the parks, and even the water supply. Can our existing systems handle the influx without feeling overwhelmed? This isn't just a local issue, it's a conversation happening across America. How can we balance the undeniable need for more housing with the desire and the preservation to keep our unique character and quality of life in our established communities? It's a complex puzzle with no easy answers. So what do you think? Is this 6-story apartment building a necessary step towards Mission Viejo or a threat to its identity? We want to hear your perspective. Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more discussions on the topics and that impact our community. Let's keep this conversation going. If you're a homeowner in Mission Viejo wondering how this could impact the property, feel free to reach out. My contact information is in the description, and I'm happy to discuss your specific situation. If you found this helpful, please like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you at the next update for Mission Viejo.